Recently, someone asked me, how do I know where to build? What biome should I choose? So, in order to answer this question, we are going to talk about biomes, terrain features, and then lastly, I'm going to go over some examples. Whatever biome is your own personal favorite, that's the best biome for you to build in. However, if you're asking my opinion, plains and mountain biomes provide the most space and are just generally the best for my style of building. I like to build cities, towns, usually in the medieval style. Now, there are some biomes that you don't really want to build in, but it's nice to have them nearby. A great example of this is the roofed forest biome. The roofed forest biome is a pain in the ass to build in because there are so many trees that there's just no space. You have to clear out all of that. You have to clear out all the trees in order to build. But if you've got a roof forest next to your plains biome, next to your mountains biome, that's great because you have an excellent source of dark oak. I mean, some of these roof forest biomes have so much dark oak that you're probably not going to run out. It's a virtually unlimited fuel source as well. Desert biomes. If you want to do a desert-themed build, desert biome is great. Build, pyramids or a kind of an Arab settlement or a kind of desert outpost, maybe an oasis. Deserts can be tricky to build in though because you might have a lack of wood. Jungle biomes, I fucking hate jungle biomes, okay? I hate jungle biomes. The only thing jungle biomes are good for is tree houses, okay? You can't do anything else in a jungle biome unless you're doing some kind of sky base or something underground. Your possibilities with jungle biomes are heavily limited by the sheer amount of ground cover. Building with the terrain is important, and that's another thing you need to consider. Lots of cities would be located on the coastline or on a river. If you're trying to build a castle or a watchtower, try putting it on a high peak, a strong defensible position, or in the crook of a river. Look for locations that have open spaces with terrain that you feel you can utilize best. If there's a river, think about where you're going to put bridges. Maybe you'll put a water wheel on the side of the river. If you're up in the mountains or in the hills, maybe you can build a windmill or a watchtower, or if you're on the coastline, maybe you can do a beacon or a lighthouse or a dock. Maybe you can do a ship nearby, just coming into the harbor. You never want to fight the terrain. Now we're going to look at a couple examples. In this picture, there are at least 4 good spots right here. And you've got these glaciers out here. You could do something interesting with that. That's one spot. You could do like a fucking floating Eskimo settlement or something insane like that. There's 2 islands here, both of which you could build a promising, fishing village or whatever. There's a location up here in the mountains where you would have to clear some of these trees, but you could build an epic city that overlooks the ocean here. I think if you build on a mountain, your settlement is automatically like way more impressive than if you just built on the ground or on a piece of completely flat land. Let me tell you, man, people who flatten fucking everything to build, there's nothing lamer than going into somebody's town and just seeing the side of the cliff that they like sheared off in order to flatten the terrain. That just looks so stupid. Now, if you are the kind of person that likes to flatten this land, please understand there's a better way, and that is to work with the terrain. And here's a screenshot here of something that I've been working on recently in 1.15. You'll notice that this is an excellent spot. It is in the crook of a river Allows me to build as many bridges as I want, basically. And it's got nice forest biomes next to it. And there is a clear, obvious direction that I can expand in if I want to. You never want to fight the terrain. So, in conclusion, where you put your building depends on a lot of things. Biomes and terrain features matter. What you want to build ultimately decides where the best spot is. That's an extremely long-winded answer to a very brief question about biomes, but there you go. Hopefully that helps some of you.